Today we're going to talk about addressing your YouTube comments. So as most of you know, last week I posted a video about my mom passing away. It was a really difficult video to make, but a lot of people seem to really connect with it. Unfortunately, it's a subject nearly everyone can relate to on some level. But that's not what this video is about. So I promise you're not going to need a box of tissues for this one. But the video did connect with a lot of people, so it generated quite a few comments. Like a whole lot of quite a few comments. Now I'm not complaining, we're going somewhere with this. So just hang in there with me. You know, they say patience is a virtue. That means having the ability to wait calmly and endure hardship without getting frustrated is a positive and valuable quality. Well, that's what it means. I've said before on this channel, I'm really fortunate. I don't have to deal with a lot of hate or any of that nonsense. Most people are really supportive and say really nice things. So I enjoy reading the comments. It also gives me a way to connect with people in a way that everyone can enjoy. Fun for the whole family. In other words, if I answer a question, everybody can read the reply. Then someone will often add to it or have an answer to something I don't know, which is quite a lot. But it's a really nice community exchange. At least for this channel it is. It's almost as if we like one another. Kinda weird. Again, I really enjoy reading the comments. But last week's video generated a lot of comments. So I literally spent about 7 hours on Sunday just trying to answer all the questions. Or at the very least, like the comment so people would know I had read it. Answering YouTube comments can be a bit tricky because you want to answer all of them, but you just can't. So I'm always worried about offending someone. In other words, why did you answer that guy's question, but you didn't answer mine? Oh, you must like that guy better than you do me. No, that's not it at all. You suck. On top of the YouTube comments, I also received somewhere between 75 to 100 emails. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm going somewhere with this. Remember, patience. So I literally got up at 7:30 on Monday morning and started answering emails. You got to remember, these emails were really personal, and they were really emotional. I don't take something like that lightly. These people are desperately looking for some kind of support, and I never do the cut and paste sort of thing. If you send me an email, I read it. Then I return it with as much as I have to offer. When a video gets hundreds or even thousands of comments or questions, you just can't answer every one of them. I wish I could, but then I'd never have time to make any other videos. But I try to read every single comment on the channel, and if you see that I've liked your comment, that means that I read it. And that also means that I read all of it. I don't just go to the comment section and hit like. I don't do that. I'm sure a lot of creators do, but I don't. YouTube is pretty good about showing me the comments, but once in a while, they do fall through the cracks, and sometimes they just don't show up. If that happens, it doesn't mean I don't care. It just means I didn't see it. All of the comments on every video I've ever made come to one place, so sometimes they get lost. I just don't want anyone to get the wrong idea and think their comment didn't mean anything to me. That's never the case. It's a privilege to have so many followers, and I never take that for granted. Now, there are two exceptions to that. The first is the drummer at the wrong gig video. I've never replied to any of the comments for the wrong gig video. Maybe I'll make a video at some point and explain why, but I didn't want to make this video too long. And the second exception is, well, if you're an ass. But if you ever need to be certain that I receive a message, please send me an email. All of my mail comes straight to me, and I will email you back. Some of the big words might be misspelled, but I'll email you back. All right, guys, that's going to do it. See, I promised you wasn't going to need a box of tissues. I wouldn't do you that way. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, well, I wouldn't bother. However, if you've enjoyed the video, maybe give it a like. It really helps me out. And for those interested in merchandise, please visit store.themaddrummer.com. Halloween is just around the corner. Not sure how that ties in, but it's likely still a good idea to get something. Thanks for watching. Like a whole lot of Now, I'm not complaining. I squeaked. Not. I've said this before. I said before this. Again, I really enjoy reading the comments, but last week's video, shit. On top of the YouTube comments, I also received... My voice went away. It just means I didn't see it. All the comments on every video I've ever... Shit. It just means I didn't see it. All the comments on every video I've ever made come to one place. So Shit. I've never replied to any comments for the Wrong Gig video. Maybe I'll make a video However, if you've enjoyed the video, maybe give it a like. It really helps me out. What the hell is that? It's a monster. It's a damn monster is what it is. I think it was a fly. Believe it or not, I'm actually pretty good at spelling. Sometimes I get some of the letters wrong. Other than that, I'm pretty good at it.